For so long, I felt overwhelmed with everything a producer has to do. From making music, to mixing, to promoting. I'd struggle to make meaningful progress in any of it, and I'd waste hours in the studio. But I found 5 tiny habits which completely changed the way I work, making it easier to get things done with less overwhelm and way more enjoyment. So let me break these habits down for you, and you'll see by the end of the video why it's worth rethinking the way you start every session. The first tip may seem obvious, but we rarely ever do it, and it's to remove external distractions. Imagine an artist trying to paint a masterpiece with someone tapping on your shoulder. That's what a phone buzzing or notifications popping up feels like in the studio. Every time your phone notifies you of something, it steals your focus, and it takes longer to get back into that creative flow. So now I put my phone on silent or do not disturb, and then I remove anything else that could be distracting. No checking my emails, no scrolling on social media, just me and the music. And it might sound simple, but it saves me so much time and frustration. The second tip is to keep your studio tidy. Think about walking into a messy room. Feels chaotic, right? And your brain feels cluttered too. I used to have cables everywhere, loads of different production gear lying around, and sometimes my studio felt more of a storage place for the rest of our house. But now after every studio session, I just spend a few minutes tidying it up. It's like cleaning your desk at work. Suddenly you can breathe a little bit more and you can focus without any underlying stress. Plus, when your studio is a little bit more organized, you save time because you're not always trying to find your different bits of equipment. So it helps to clear your mind and reduce distractions. That way, as soon as you step into that studio, you can get creating straight away. If your studio has ever felt more distracting than it is helpful, then comment one of these emojis. I want to know that I'm not the only one. Now this one might surprise you, but it's huge. The next tip is to sort out your other responsibilities first. Think about trying to finish your music with a load of other unfinished tasks hanging over your head. Bills unpaid, messages unanswered, errands left undone. Your brain will be juggling all that noise, which makes it so much harder to focus on the creative process. It would be like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. It would just slow you down. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but I think it makes sense. So before you dive into the studio, you could clear some of those admin tasks first. It doesn't have to be everything, there's always going to be stuff that we have to do that's left over. But if there's any tasks that need to be done now, then get them out of the way first. For me, when I do this, it just means that when I show up to the studio, I can turn up fully for the music, without that nagging background stress dragging me down. Coming up next is something I didn't realise was a game changer until I started applying it, and honestly it'll save you so much time. And this is to prioritise your music to-do list. In my day job, I work as a physiotherapist on hospital wards, and I learned early on that if you don't organise and prioritise your day's work, then everything just feels chaotic and overwhelming. And the same goes for music production. Instead of trying to get everything done at once, finish tracks, make some promo, reach out to some DJs and people in the industry, I break down my music projects into clear, manageable tasks. Maybe today I'll start a new song, tomorrow I could plan some promo, another day I could reach out to some Spotify playlist creators. Focusing on just one priority at a time takes the chaos away and makes progress steady, not stressful. Remember, it's about working smarter, not harder. And finally, consider having an inspiration bank. Have you ever just sat there in your studio, staring at the screen, waiting for inspiration to magically strike? I used to do this for hours, scrolling sample packs, different Spotify playlists, when in that moment I actually just wanted to make some music, and it felt like a black hole of wasted time and frustration. But now I have a go-to inspiration bank, which is a mix of my own Spotify playlists, which I've created over time, sample packs and reference tracks that I know that I like, and also some non-music related inspiration. So with my music project, my brand's very inspired by travel to the Mediterranean, so sometimes I look back at photos and videos from my travels and try and gain some inspiration that way. It's like having a secret stash of creative fuel, so instead of searching endlessly, I can just dive in and get started quick. So to finish off, here's a simple challenge for you all. Just pick one of these habits and commit to it every time you next go into the studio. If it feels good, then you can add on more habits over time. But remember, habits don't form overnight. On average, it takes a couple of months of consistency for a habit to really stick. So keep it simple, stay patient, and just start with one. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also thank you to all the people that have recently subscribed to my channel. I'd love to hear what kind of content you'd like me to talk about on this channel. So if you can think of any, drop us a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.